Good morning, gents and possible ladies, maybe. Today, had a conversation with, again, my elderly sweet friend Barbara. Say, Dusty, I thought you said you had a soft spot for the elderly. Why are you arguing with her? Well, this time she actually jumped into my conversation. This goes back to the Travis Scott thing. And now, I'm not a fan of Travis Scott. I don't know any of his songs. I don't know I've ever listened to one. If it wasn't for his concert going crazy a few months back, I don't know that I would even know his name. But I really dig personal responsibility and not blaming others. And I just think it's funny. So, from what I gather, his concerts are very well known for their violent mosh pits. And apparently, there's people who don't know what a mosh pit is. It's where everybody just, you can call it a shove around or a knock around. They just jump into each other. And many people are throwing hands, socking people. You go to Google images, mosh pit, and yes, you just see guys right in the middle, freeze frame, boom, jaws over here, nose is cracked, women just missing teeth and blood. They're like, whoa, because they're weirdos and they like that shit. Not weirdos, just anybody who likes it. I mean, the ladies just, anybody who likes a mosh pit. Look, I've done MMA, karate, kickboxing, boxing, submission grappling. I do not like mosh pits. I think they're too violent, and I don't like not knowing who's hitting me. It's one thing to be squared up with somebody, and you know that's the person coming at me. People all around you, pow, pow, pow. So, anyway, the reason I brought that up, you get hit in the back of the head. By the time you turn around, this guy's kicking you in the back. And if you go down, you're probably not going to be getting up for a while. You're going to get trampled. And that could, as we saw in the Travis Scott concert, lead to death. And now they're all suing him. A bunch of people rushed, broke barricades, trampled the fans in front of them. I guess people were jumping off a really high shit and nobody caught them and they died. Or they landed on somebody and they died. So everyone's suing, well, he should have had security to protect me from doing all that shit. Like, what's Travis Scott going to do? From now on, everybody just, like inmates you see getting on the bus, their wrists are cuffed together, their ankles together, chain. Oh, this is how you guys all have to sit. Well, the reason I bring this all up is one of the many people suing him, apparently, it was a pregnant woman whose baby came out stillborn. Yes, she went to a concert pregnant, not just a concert. It's not like this is, Beethoven or anything. This is a violent mosh pit. That's what he does. That's what his fans do. She went there pregnant. She got hit a couple times, shoved around, trampled, and she's taking it out on Travis Scott that her baby was born dead. Well, yeah, she came out dead. And so just one of the comments that got me was one of the ladies, look at all the men in here telling women to stay. What are we just supposed to stay home when we're pregnant? Not all the time, but stay the fuck out of mosh pits. Yes. If you give a shit about the kid inside your womb, the answer is yes. This is the point we've reached now. Pregnant woman smokes crack. Man says, lady, you shouldn't do that. It's bad for your kid. And she, oh, thanks for the mansplaining and telling me how to live my life. Fucking man, baby, piece misogynist. That is where we are, apparently, because Barbara saw my comment and jumped right in. Oh, I don't like that men can just tell pregnant women what to do. And compared it to, what if she just went to the grocery store and a mass shooter? There's a difference between going, that's nonsensical, Barbara. I'm sorry to pick on you. But you going to the store at a necessity, or even not necessity, just because you want to buy donuts, and a maniac comes in and shoots you, is not the same thing as a mosh pit. You know what you're going to. It's 5,000 people jumping around into each other, punching each other, kicking each other, jumping up and down on each other. If you go down, it's like you're going to be Kyle Rittenhouse and they're going to be, peaceful protesters. Finger quotes for those of you just listening. And yeah, I'm a misogynist now for just mentioning you. That's probably not good for your kid. This is the stage we're at now. And so she's elderly. Maybe she didn't know what a mosh pit was. So I explained it to her. Look, these are pictures, since you probably don't know. And it's just, again, freeze frames, guys getting their noses crushed, woman, oh, I got my 2 teeth knocked out. Another woman with a bloody nose, another guy on the ground, another guy just ready to jump on him. And she was, oh, well, it seems like nobody should do that. Yes, I wouldn't do it, and I'm not even pregnant. How about that? To which she gave me the frowny face. Yeah, truth hurts sometimes. Where does responsibility end and other people's responsibility begin? So let's say they weren't like, okay, I don't agree with mosh pits. Again, I've never listened to a Travis Scott song, but does anybody have the right? But if that's your thing, right? So you go there. Does a pregnant woman really have the right? Look, I know 5,000 of you came here to all jump into each other and knock each other around, punch each other. Violence personified. But I'm pregnant, so I'm going to have to ask all of you to stop. Everything you came here to do, I'm going to have to ask you to stop on behalf of me. Because I am the most important person here. Yeah, talk about entitlement, narcissism. Okay, you are, I don't use those words lightly, unlike many other people on social media today. And I'm not saying all women should stay out of mosh, but I'm not saying it's male exclusive. In fact, ladies, if you're carrying and you live in an area where it's hard to get an abortion, or maybe it's more expensive than ticket sales to a Travis Scott concert, I highly recommend you go to a mosh pit. I can't recommend it enough. It is a very cheap alternative and very effective, I'm sure. So anyway, and just to prove I'm not completely just chicks, although you bring it on yourselves with this nonsense. There was a man, had a 9-year-old. Okay, men just breaking down and women breaking down the barricades, fucking smashing windows, jumping off of shit, killing the people they land on, killing themselves. I mean, it sounds like a Metalocalypse concert, to be honest. And smashing each other. 200-pound men going down. People jumping up and down, running over them. They're dying. 9-year-old boy, Daddy, can I go do that? Father, sure, I'm going to be the fun dad. I'm not going to tell you what to do, son. I'm not going to be a parent. I'm going to be the friend who's a dad. And his 9-year-old got trampled to death. Shocking! Shocking, isn't it? I was shocked to know that the same mosh pit that killed dozens and dozens of men, grown-ass adults, would get a 9-year-old killed being in that too. So that guy's also a fucking idiot and a shit parent, and his kid's death is 100% on him, just like that woman's baby being stillborn is 100% on her. At a certain point, you're supposed to keep your kids out of this. You have to be the adult for your child. Again, everybody's going to stop. Oh, guys, we got a kid here. We got a kid. Got crazy people smashing barricade, like I said, breaking windows. Mosh pit, Oh, 9-year-old. Okay. Let's just assume, you think Travis Scott, with all these thousands of fans in front of him, would spot a pregnant woman in the crowd? And let's say he did. Let's say, guys, we got a pregnant woman. Do you think those maniacs that would trample each other to death would stop? The answer to both is no if you're a rational person. So it is entirely her fault for being in there, for putting herself. No one dragged her to it. She put herself and her baby in that situation. It is 100% on her. You know, I try to maintain a sense of humor about it. You know, with Barbara, I try not to get angry. I seem angry now. I have resting bitch face, guys. When I'm focused on and I'm trying to remember, you know, what I want, the words I wanted to say. I look angry, but I'm just focused. But it really reminded me of this British comic, Stuart Lee, hilarious guy. In fact, like I said, I'm a Bernie bro. If you the only reason I bring that up is because, yeah, it was conservatives not too long ago who were the crazy ones, but now liberals decided not only to copy them, but crank it up to 11 with this shit. Because his joke was about his aunt going to a salon, getting her nails done, and they gave her tea, and she had to drink it in the waiting room. She couldn't have it out in the floor. She said, "Oh, political correctness gone mad, Stu." And that's when I realized there's an entire generation of people who confused political correctness with health and safety violations. And he continues on with the joke. "Oh, Stu, you can't even drop an electric toaster in the bath anymore in case the queers see it." I'll post the video in the comments below. It's pretty funny, and I just kept thinking to myself, like, now it's the left who's doing that shit. Oh, Dusty. Used to be a time a woman could just hold her kid's face down on a hot waffle iron, but you can't do that anymore because of the patriarchy telling women how to live their lives. Oh, Dusty. I was 8 months pregnant, and I was going to show the boys up and catch a cannon to my belly like the old strongman. And my baby came out stillborn. Where was Travis Scott to stop me? Oh, Dusty. Those pregnant girls back before Trump. We used to just chew and swallow handfuls of broken glass and chase it with a cup of Drano. Oh, but you can't do that anymore because Ruth Bader Ginsburg died. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, that's literally where we are. Hey, you pregnant lady, you probably shouldn't drink bleach. Are you mansplaining? Well, if women aren't telling you that, then all of female society's fucked. Okay? Anyway, I just thought that was a fun story. Where we're going with this, I don't know. Drop a comment if you think, hey, pregnant woman should sign up for cage fights and shit. I mean, where do we draw the line? Safety seatbelts for men, but not women, because you can't tell them what to do. Cage fighters. If you get knocked out in a cage fight, at least this is how it was in South Dakota, you can't fight again for 6 months because because you can die if a concussion's still there and you take another solid hit. But should we let women who've been knocked out fight within 6 months because you can't tell them what to do? I don't know. You tell me. In the meantime, get the hell out of my trailer.